Alright guys, I'm going to pull us back together for a couple minutes. Since you've had some time to work and dig through this scene a little bit. Through our close reading of this conversation, which we're getting to be really good at, what I want to hear from you are some things that you noticed about, listen carefully, I want to hear some things that you noticed about imagery, about the language that you saw used in this conversation, and we want to start to make some inferences. Remember, that was our goal. Piece together this conversation, dig into it, read it closely enough to not only understand it, but to start to understand these characters, okay? So first we want to think about lines 2 through 25, which Torian read for us earlier. That part that we said, he was reading it as a soliloquy, which means what?
He's speaking to himself.
He's really just letting us in on his thoughts, right? She's not listening to him directly at this point. So he repeats these light and dark images. We're going to work through some of these images and try to figure out what we can learn about him. Why does Romeo compare Juliet to the sun? And Taylor, I'm going to have you highlight wherever we found that. Richie, what are you thinking there?
She is the center of his universe.
She is the center of his universe right now, okay? So what line do we see that in?
I said it.
Whoa.
Line 3? Yeah, perfect. It is the east and Juliet is the sun. That's the metaphor we talked about yesterday. Ricky said because she's the center of his universe, which I think is a valid point. Like, I think that's something that we could take away from that line. What else is he trying to say in this comparison?
She lights up his life. She's bright.
She's bright. She lights up his life. What else? Right, so there's the, you just can highlight that, that's fine. There's just the comparison with the fact that her window's opening, and so she literally is the light coming forth. And so this whole light and darkness is another one of those contrasts that we see set up back from the prologue all the way through. Okay, and especially in this scene we see a lot of light and dark. Why does he want the sun to kill the envious moon? Catherine, y'all's group talked about this, I know for sure.
Yeah, we said that, let me think actually, so that she would get rid of the moon and like we wouldn't see it anymore and it'd just be her.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's highlight that line. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. Envious meaning jealous. So in the way that he's describing it is the moon is so jealous that it takes over during the night. But if the sun would just kill the moon, then we'd have the sun always, and the sun is Juliet.
Juliet always.
Juliet forever. So, why is the moon envious? That kind of leads right into C. Why is the moon envious? This is going to be line 5 down.
Represents the